Apart from shopping, what's the one thing Hong Kongers love to do? Eating, and lots of it. Although our city is often touted as a gourmet's paradise, it's also becoming known for wasting excessive amounts of food. According to the Environmental Protection Department, nearly one-third of the 9,300 tons of municipal rubbish dumped in our landfills daily is food waste. A large portion of that waste comes from unfinished meals. According to a survey on eating habits by a local green group, many Hong Kongers do not finish their meals.
And we find that although there are 36% of the customers express that the meal size fit their needs, only 90% of them could finish the whole meal always. While the remaining, that means most of them could not finish the whole meal, and that would be leftovers. But from our survey, not many people are aware or admit they waste food.
Greeners Action has been working with restaurants to promote its Save Food project, which offers diners a $1 rebate if they ask for less rice with a meal. One person who is all too aware of this issue is Green campaigner Simon Chow. Having co-founded the influential Green group, Produce Green Foundation, Chow has some strong things to say about wasting food.
Well, this community is wasting a lot of food every day. I suppose the main reason is food is so cheap here. It's never occurred to us that food never comes easy to our dining table. When food is wasted, in fact, a lot of resources are wasted. These days, we didn't realize that to grow food requires a lot of oil and a lot of other resources like fertilizers. The fact that we are throwing away food is throwing away those resources. There are so many people that are hungry or starving in other parts of this planet, and it is immoral to me to waste those food while other people are dying because of lack of it.
While individuals can take immediate steps to reduce food waste, others employ the use of technology. Swire Properties, which owns Festival Walk Shopping Center in Kowloon Tong, has installed a waste disposal system that can almost magically turn leftover food into water. Called the GoMixer, this machine takes waste from Festival Walk's food court and turns leftovers into liquid form, which is then discharged through existing sewage facilities. This way it leaves no solid matter, which would have otherwise ended up in the landfill.
In 2005, we started looking into how we can reduce the food waste generated within our food courts. We recognize that waste is one of the pressing issues for Hong Kong. Every day, the cleaners will separate out the waste into digestible food waste, and all this digestible food waste will be then put into this food digestion system, where within one day it will all be converted into carbon dioxide and water.
Manufactured by Advanced Biotechnology Incorporated in Canada, the GoMixer accepts all types of organic food, including bones. Even banking giant HSBC also has a GoMixer. They've installed it at one of their office canteens.
We always look at different ways to reduce our waste. That's why we installed the GoMixer. We separate the organic waste from kitchen every day. GoMixer can help us to eliminate our kitchen waste by over 2 tons per month.
Although modern technology like the GoMixer can help alleviate our waste problem, Green campaigners say the most effective way is to change people's eating habits. This family living in Central do their part by making sure they leave little or no food waste.
We don't have any leftovers, or we hardly have any leftovers. If we do have leftovers, we keep it, goes in the fridge the next day. It usually gets eaten. So we don't.
Well, we never throw food. We encourage the children to take portions that they can actually handle.
We forget that we're living in a Western, first world country. And we are very lucky to have 3-4 meals a day, whereas actually your body doesn't need to have a huge amount of food. Small amounts every day is probably fine, even for kids.
Eating habits will be hard to change since food is so plentiful and cheap in Hong Kong. Perhaps the most worrying fact is that if current waste levels continue, the city's landfills will reach maximum capacity as early as 2013. The government is aware of this looming crisis and is busily drafting plans to build more incinerators, but is facing opposition due to its hazardous effects. A food recycling center is planned on Lantau Island and is slated to be operational in 2015, but it can only treat about 200 tons of food waste daily, or 6% of the total.
I would think that the real solution is for all of us to have that kind of ethical sense, and that is, we should not be throwing away food. But this is traditional wisdom in the Chinese culture. My grandparents never wasted food because they know that it is our livelihood.
For the South China Morning Post, this is Edwin Lee.